Hello, today we are going to be going over my declutters from the month of February 2022. Across from the table you'll see I just recorded my empties from February 2022, and now we're going to look at the things that are not empty. So yes, this is a lot to be discarding, and the idea of doing these videos is that hopefully over time it will kind of help me see the things that I have and not buy more things before they're used up, because that is very easy to do, and I need to not do that. So this is the Cocoa Kind Raspberry Vinegar Toner. I actually got this to use on my hair, and it does work well on my hair, but I've had it a couple of years, and I think it's just past its prime. I don't know that this would ever go bad, but I have gotten to the point where I don't feel comfortable using it anymore just because I know how old it is. This is the Advanced Clinicals Retinol Advanced Firming Cream. I was really excited about this, but I've gotten to a point where just because the last few times I've used retinol, I've had really bad reactions, and I'm just not willing to chance it anymore. So I'm just not touching retinol again. I'm over it. It's painful. I hear it's wonderful for people who don't have a skin sensitivity to it, but it is not for me. So we are going to go ahead and get rid of that. Also, I know it's not shelf stable super long, so I've had this several months, and so I don't really think I should probably give it to anybody either. This is the Olivia Restore Soothing Mist. I quite liked this. This is to help relieve dry and irritated skin, but after I had it about a year, it did kind of turn on me, and so I was at the very bottom, but it's like almost smelling like wet laundry that sat around too long, which is not a good smell. And so I feel like this needs to go. But I do like this product. I could see purchasing it again in the future, but I am not doing that like anytime soon. And then these two Eucerin creams are the same, and they both expired at the end of February, which is why I am getting rid of them now, but they are nice. So this is the Eucerin Dry Skin Daily Hydration Hand Cream, and this is really cool because it's specifically a hand cream with SPF, which is very hard to find. The only other one I've tried is the Supergoop one, and I like this one better because the Supergoop one has fragrance in it. This is also a much better value. So I do like this. But it does smell like sunscreen, so that is important to know. But other than that, I do think this is a good sunscreen. You can also get I think it's exactly the same thing. You can get a larger bottle that doesn't say it's a hand cream, so I think it's the same. So basically, I think you could use this sunscreen anywhere, but it's kind of like a moisturizing sunscreen, which is really nice and not always easy to find. So very cool. This was my favorite deodorant like many years ago, but I just think this bottle is expired. It's the Aloe and Almonds All Natural Roll-On Deodorant. I do really like this, but it is fragrance, and I've been trying to get away from my fragrance deodorants. I've just noticed that my skin is much happier. I actually just started using this week the Necessary deodorant, and so far I quite like it. So that one is going just kind of due to age. These two Albas have aged out and also have fragrance in them. So this was kind of my go-to for many, many years, the Hawaiian sunscreen, just this whole line. This one has a coconut fragrance to it, which was really nice, but now I know that I don't really need to be using fragrance all the time. So this one is still a good sunscreen in the sensitive skin formula, which is fragrance-free, or if you don't have a problem with fragrance. And then this one I just will never use because it's lavender, but also it expired at the end of February. This Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner, I just barely ever touch this, and I'm just not brave enough to use it now because it says it has vitamin C in it, and so it's been open like a year and a half. There's just no way that vitamin C is okay anymore, and so that's something that I don't even have a vitamin C serum or anything like that right now, because I just realized like I would buy it and it would just immediately, like I just have too many things that I need to use up before I buy a vitamin C serum. So that's not something that I'm looking for at the moment. This was my favorite. I absolutely loved this, but unfortunately this is a spray sunscreen that you can mist to kind of reapply sunscreen over your makeup. I really, really want this and the Pacifica one. Both have one fatal flaw, which is they have fragrance in them. Can't really smell it as much, but I know it's going to irritate my skin. This particular bottle is expired, which is why I'm getting rid of it, but also that fragrance, if they would just make this without fragrance, would be like my favorite thing. So desperately looking for I think also Sunbum made a product like this year, but it's also fragranced. So I really, really want to find a sunscreen spray, like a clear sunscreen spray that does not have any fragrance in it. So if anyone has any recommendations there, I would love them. Last year, no, I guess it was more like the year before, I bought these 2 bottles of Bioderma, and I discovered recently that they only have a 9-month period after opening on them, and I've probably had them twice that long. So it is time for them to go. I had bought these from Beautylish, and so for the shipping, I got one of each. I got the Hydra Bio and the Sense Bio, and I did use them, but as you can see, I really didn't need both bottles. So I'm getting rid of these, and then I replaced it with a new bottle of Bioderma Sensibio, which I was luckily able to order from Target, and because I have their red card, debit card, not the credit card, but because I have that, I could just buy the 1 bottle, and I think that'll make much more sense, because I don't think I'm going to even use up the whole bottle in a year, or if I do, I'd have to be using it a lot more than I did this past year, because I mostly would use cleansing balm and shower at night. But sometimes, like if I know I want to shower the next morning instead of showering at night, it's really nice to have this as a first step, and then I'll use cleanser after it, just like at the sink. But anybody who can wash their face at the sink and not get water everywhere is a magician. That's amazing. How do you do that? This is the Honeybee Gardens Bellissima Volumizing Mascara in the brown shade, which is Coffee Bean. I absolutely love this mascara, the black one. And I have had 2 tubes of it before, and I really liked it. This brown one, I think I let it sit around too long before I opened it, and it did irritate my eyes a bit. But I don't think that's the mascara's fault. It is most likely just that it was too old when I opened it. But for that reason, I am getting rid of it. And then, of course, because of my retinol issue, I'm getting rid of this Art Naturals retinol lip balm, and then the vitamin C one, because it's probably been open way too long. So yeah, I feel like I talked really fast here, but these are all the things that I am decluttering this month. I'm going to back up a little bit. I know it's like too many things to be getting rid of, but that is the goal, is to hopefully reduce the amount of things that I need to purge every month, and, you know, just be more mindful of what I'm consuming and what I'm not consuming, or what I'm not using after purchasing it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.